Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm trying something a little bit different. Welcome to my 2-week update on my Project 10 pan. We're getting very close to the finish, and I did manage to finish one product just recently, on Friday actually, that I can put in the Chanel bag. And that, as you probably have guessed, is the Nars lipstick in Corinthe. And it is completely leveled out anyway. I'm not going to dig down and get into any product. I'm going to call it finished. I really did enjoy the last few weeks of wearing it with a nice pretty shiny lip liner. It worked really well, added a little bit of luminescence underneath. But right now all it's doing as I'm putting it on is just sort of scraping against my lips, and I don't really want to bother with using a lip liner to get down in there. I'm going to call this quits, and I believe that that is my 5th product that I have put into this bag over the year. So that is 5 products that I have finished by the end of November. And I still have a couple weeks left before my finale, because I did start this project in the middle of December last year. So I don't think I'll go all the way into the holidays. Now I still have left this little eyeliner from Maybelline, black eyeliner. I don't have any progress to show just because the normal progress that I have is very small during the 2 weeks. It's the same as all the progress I've had in my other 2-week updates. So I'm just going to keep going and show you what it looks like when I get to the end of this project. As you can see, it just goes to MAB now. Last time it said just maybe. So there's a little bit. I will have to sharpen it again, and that will take probably down to the Y or the A. So I'm looking forward to finishing this up. And there will come a point where I can't even hold it anymore. As you can see, it's already pretty precarious. I did manage to put on this Nars sheer lipstick in Fast Ride at least once. I believe I put it on Friday. I called it Quits Friday morning on Corinthe, and then I used this on Friday during the day for work. And I used the same lip liner that I was using with Corinthe, and it did manage to look very, very nice, not as purple as I'd feared. So I'm looking forward to using this up in the next couple weeks. I won't probably use it up, but I will use it and see how it looks. Then I have a little bit of progress on my La Quatre from Chanel 94 Reflets D'ombre quad. And as you know from last time, I finished up this white shade completely. And for the gold shade, I have this corner almost completely done, and this whole side is done, so I almost have just this on the bottom here, or the top, I guess you would call it. And then the blue shade, pretty much the same as usual. I've almost hit pan on the side there, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And then for the brown shade, I don't think I'm going to finish it by the end of the year, but I will still be using it because it is a nice shade to use in your crease. Then for my Joues Contraste blush in 2 Rose Bronze, I am still working on it. I've got all of the broken stuff out of there, so I'm working along here, and I'm working along here. All the stuff along here is gone. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish it unless I go in and crush it up. I don't really want to do that. But I think from starting out where I started out, this is really good progress for the whole year. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I don't know if I'd say proud of myself. I'm pretty satisfied with what I did with this blush. I managed to use up almost an entire Chanel blush in a year, and I did enjoy using it. So even if it's not done, I will keep it and I will continue to work on it, and it may end up in an empties video at some point in 2016. And then sadly, my Illusion d'Homme in 83 Illusoire does not have any progress on it. I have not used it, excuse me, since pretty much last winter, last spring, and I'm going to keep it and see what I can do with it for 2016. If I don't manage to get any progress, I will probably just throw this out. I will keep the packaging for something else. But I was a bit ambitious throwing this into my Project 10 pan when I already had an entire quad to use, and the two didn't necessarily meld well together, and I was interested in using other things, and I did buy a new palette, blah blah blah. So unfortunately, not any progress on that. I do hope to use it a little bit in the winter, maybe in the next 2 weeks, and see where I go with that. But obviously it will not be finished. Now for 2016, I'm thinking of doing a Pan That palette, and I have a few options that I would like to hear from you about. The one I am seriously thinking the most about doing is this Reveal 2 palette. You can see on the back it has 20 shades. And I don't remember which Urban Decay palette this is supposed to look like. It's a completely nude palette, and as you can see, it's got quite a few nude and a few purple shades. There's a matte black, there's a matte cream, there's a sparkly cream, there's some matte sort of light brown taupe colors. It has a lot of what you need, and what I've learned in the last year of doing this project pan is that as much as I don't like to buy neutrals, a good neutral palette or a good neutral eyeshadow is really important for completing an eye look, blending an eye look, making it look really nice, making a beautiful bright shadow stand out even more, and making your eye look complete. So I'm thinking that it's a Coastal Scents palette. I don't imagine the pans are incredibly deep. I think I should be able to finish these pans, so let me know what you think. If you think this is a nice neutral palette that I could finish within the year, or at least half of it within the year. And as I said before, I'd like to try doing a 3-month rollover project where I would pan this palette, and then I would choose 5 to 10 products every 3 months with the season that I would use, and show you my progress on. The other Reveal palette that I received from, and I received both of these from my BoxyCharm, otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought a full palette of neutrals like this, is the Revealed 3 palette. And as you can see, this has more purpley gold shades. You do have your neutrals here. You have your cream, and you have a nice beige color here, matte. You have a matte brown, but you have more sparkly colors, more purpley colors, a bright pink. So let me know what you think about this palette, and let me show you them side by side. So this is Revealed 2 over here and Revealed 3 over here. Let me know what you think about either one. I think I could finish either one over the course of the year. Like I said, I don't think the pans are that deep. I just look at this one and think that it's a little bit more doable than this one, which is a little bit darker. So let me know what you think. I could also go smaller scale and use this little Sephora VIP pass. My sister gave this to me for Christmas last year. It's just a very basic little gold palette. It's like a little envelope that you flip open here. And you have all of these browns and blacks and grays, and you have, this is sort of a matte, it's sort of a pearl, you have sparkle shades here, glitter shades I guess, and then they all have a little bit of a sheen to them, and then you have a sparkly black and a matte black here. So what do you think about this palette? I think it's something that you definitely need to use with other palettes, and I have plenty of those. I have lots of quads, I have lots of beautiful single shades, and I do have a beautiful Anastasia palette that I'll show you in just a second. So let me know what you think about the Sephora VIP Pass. And then this is my favorite palette. I bought this last year, I believe, or earlier this year, and this is the Anastasia Tabana palette. It's this beautifully decorated palette with the gold accents on it and the burgundy background. And then you open it up, and you have a mirror, and you have a little double-sided brush, which is actually pretty good. And then you have all of these beautiful shades. You have lots of neutral shades. I love this fresh shade. That's what I'm wearing all over my eye today. It's very natural for my skin, and I love it. I have this beautiful Venezia shade, which is a sparkly turquoise. This China Rose shade, which is absolutely heaven. This is the reason that I bought this palette. You have Sangria over here, which is suitable more for fall. And you have Gilded and Custom and Blush. You have all of these sort of sparkly shades up here that would look really pretty as a transition shade. And then you have this sort of browny orangey color. It's a matte called Bengal, which would also be beautiful as a crease or a transition shade. Plus you have your matte black here, which is obviously Noir. I don't really want to use this palette up. I really love the colors in this palette. It's one of the things I don't understand about Pan That palettes. If you love your palettes so much, why are you in such a rush to get rid of it? And I know that there's concerns about the shadows going bad and all of that kind of thing, but that just doesn't really make sense to me on a certain level. If you love this color and you spent a lot of money on it, you should want it to stick around for a while, right? That's what I've learned with my Chanel quads, is I paid $50-some for 4 shades, and they've lasted me quite a while, and I think I should be pretty happy with that instead of frustrated that they're not gone within 2 months. But that's just my opinion. So let me know what you think about my ideas, let me know what you think about these palettes, and let me know what you'd like to see in 2016 for a Project Pan or / Pan That palette. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. I will see you in another 2 weeks to, I think, wrap up this project, unless I want to go another 2 weeks after that. I'm not sure yet. I'll see where I am. And I will sit down and talk to you a little bit more about what I've learned in this last year about project panning. So thank you all for watching, and have a happy, beautiful Sunday, and I will see you soon. Bye.